Welcome everyone again. This is the second part of our tour where we're gonna hunt for housing options under 500,000 in the West GTA area. And the Niagara region. So the first one, we stopped at Grimsby, which is kind of in the middle, part of the Hamilton housing, but then it's part of the Niagara's, a middle ground. Let's put it this way to be politically correct. Grimsby, it's amazing. I hope you enjoyed that part of the video. And there is actually a very charming historical beach there that if you go and see how it looks, you're gonna find out that they're still keeping the houses in tune, like they're all colored. It looks like a fairy tale land. It's a super unique place. That's why the housing options are different than the Hamilton area and different than the rest of the Niagara. I'm Milena and I'm a local real estate agent in Burlington, Ontario. The good news is that our team drops content every week about how is it to live in our area. If this is your first time on our channel and you want to know everything about living in our area, subscribe below, tap the bell for notification, and you're going to be the first one to know about the current markets. We help people just like you all the time, so it doesn't matter if you're moving in a week, a month, or a year. Feel free to reach out. Our information is in the description box below. You can reach us via email, phone call, Zoom, whatever works for you. We're there for you. Let's do that. Let's start with Beamsville, going to St. Catharines and the little towns around, hitting Niagara-on-the-Lake, Niagara Falls, and then at the end, I'll throw a bonus, Brantford. I know it's kind of off, but there's a lot to say those days about this town. I'll tell you why. Now let's get started with our first stop at Beamsville, and then we're gonna find out if any of those places are for you. This is Grimsby, and you see this road here. This is Highway 81, which is the wine road. All the estates, all the wineries are in this region. Grimsby Beach is right around the corner, and it's super charming. I do recommend highly if you can visit it to do so because it's just outstanding. Yeah, there's a house popping here. 300,000 in Grimsby, around Grimsby Beach. Those are small houses, but very charming. So anyways, today is Beamsville. This whole area here is getting developed and there's so many condos around. And keep in mind, right now it's a buyer's market and it's also a condos market. So I pulled the scenery and you can see how much a condo costs in Beamsville, 429,000 for 1 bedroom, 1 bath, square footage is 720. And let's look at it. It's a new construction. Everything is just exploding here too, just like in Grimsby, around the beach area and Stony Creek, you see the same expansion here. Do you want to pay 420,000 here or you want to do that in Stony Creek? It's totally up to you. It really depends on your ability to commute. So I timed it to get from Burlington to Beamsville. If there's no traffic, it's around 40 minutes. And this is to cross the area. But if you need to go to Toronto, then it's a different story. Then I pulled something that you can see very often here. It's a modular home. That's another option. They're cheaper. So this one is 365,000 for 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,100 square feet. So it's cheaper and it's bigger. But some people are looking to modular homes with a big reservation. It's again up to your taste if you want to start with that. Is there really appreciation on the modular homes? You know, you don't really see that here as you see in the detached homes. And talking about that, I pull one detached home too. It's an estate. It's a part of a condominium association, so there is a fee. Otherwise, it is completely detached. 3 bedroom, 2 baths, and almost 1,500 square feet. So that's another option you get in Grimsby. It's a small town, so it looks different. If you drive around, you're gonna find out that going more towards Niagara area, the whole feel of the big city is disappearing and the farmland, it's hidden, and it gives you the feeling that you're really far away from the big city, the big conglomerate. It's not really, but that's the feel you get here. So now we are passing Beamsville and then we are going to Vineland. That will be a quick stop This is a small, quaint town. And if you're looking to retire here, there is actually a retirement community. But first, I would just want to show you that this is a town that also faced the same expansion as Beamsville and the other coast cities. I mean, this is not a coast city, but I'm just putting them in one pile right now. 435,000 for one bedroom, one bathroom condo, almost 700 square feet. We saw the same thing in Beamsville and similar also apartments in Stony Creek and in Grimsby. But then if you're looking to retire, there's a retirement community, fully detached home, under 400,000 actually, one bedroom, one bath. It's bigger than the condo and it's all redone already for you. So it's a turnkey. This is for somebody who wants to consider to live a quiet lifestyle in a wine country, and the price is very reasonable. Briefly, I wanted to show you Welland because of the location. It's minutes away from St. Catharines and Lake Ontario and very close to Lake Erie. So imagine having a house here. You can go on both coasts, close to the border. You can actually commute pretty easily if you work in Beamsville. Beamsville is blooming. So, and you can have a house under 500,000. How about that? This is amazing. And pretty much everywhere in Welland, it's good to buy. So 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, large home for 470,000. Amazing. You have to renovate it. That is the case. But I'm promising you that you can find in Welland a smaller home than this one for under 500,000 that you don't need a renovation. For instance, this one is in a better site. So it is a little bit outdated, but it has hardwood floors and it's ready to go. It needs a little bit on the update side. But regardless, you have a full detached home. And believe me, there are many more. This one is smaller. There are many more here that you can find in Welland. And you're going to find that the market is really good for first-time home buyers. So do not disregard that it's kind of inland. It's really convenient on both sides, and this area gets super popular during the summer. And we're in St. Catharines. I would like to pinpoint this town because it's very unique. It's basically the next big town after Hamilton, going towards the border. It has universities. So attention investors, if you want to generate passive income, this is a great option to purchase multi-unit complex or even houses that are split. A lot of people are very inventive here, so they get a house that has multiple rooms and they rent it to students. And I've heard lots of stories. Actually, my friend's family lives here, and I know from firsthand some options. But anyways, we'll check the houses close to the lake, close to downtown, and on this side too. Real quick, I wanted to show you this one because it's a great investment opportunity for people who are really looking into getting into the St. Catharines market. It's 450,000, small house, but it's a mixed use, which is great. So mixed use can be converted to different options. You can have multiple units here if they allow you. I mean, it says mixed use, so they should have. You can rent it to students basically. So you can also use it for other purposes as well. It really depends on the zoning, but it's a huge beneficial. You see that M1 medium density mixed use. So you can compound basically the property. Otherwise, it needs full renovation, right? Keep this in mind. Then the other one, I just wanted to show you close to downtown how the condominiums look like. This is 2 bedroom, 2 baths, pretty large for 325,000. How about that? Only minutes away in Vineland, they're much higher. And I mean, in Beamsville, they're 100,000 higher, and Stony Creek. So this one, it's a very large condo, and you can walk anywhere. And if you like, you can also fix it up a little, right? So you can see that it's been used for a really long time. Then this particular property, it's close to the lake. It's a lake port, and I picked it up because I want to tell you a story not about this property. First, we're going to check the property and then I'll tell you the story. So this is condo. It's new.
400,000. Do you see the difference? Because this area is really nice. Same price as Beamsville, pretty much. But you're walking distance from the lake. You can jump on a highway from here. I mean, look at that, state of the art. Otherwise, the square footage is 100 and it's one bedroom, one. But it's all about the location. It's here, it's getting very popular, and now I'm gonna tell you my story.
The story is about my friend who bought home in St. Catherine. It's an investment home basically, which probably they will turn into a primary residence eventually because their family lives there. It was an older home right by the lake where the marina is, and then the lake and that Port de Luz area. So it's definitely, the house was like no, but they got a good price. Now they're doing full renovation and they will use it as a retreat. That's another income of revenue that you can use if you do something like that, because that whole region, because of the winery and the landscape, is getting very popular and people do stop there for Airbnb.
And we have Niagara Falls and Niagara-on-the-Lake as the last two towns. First, I want to show you Niagara Falls. It's very particular. It has pretty bad areas. It has areas that actually can surprise you, like this one here by the river. It feels like an island life. It's full of recreation and it's much different vibe. I wanted to find a house right in this area, but I guess there is nothing for sale under 500,000 because it's actually pretty exclusive. But close to it, there is this condo for 400,000, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's bigger than the ones they have them by the lake. So this is the area that I am talking about. The condo is not bad at all, and it's in fairly good area, fully renovated. But when you check Niagara, so there's so much possibilities around the tourism. Let me go back to the map. There are lots of Airbnbs here because it's closer to the falls, but also the areas here. Once you pass the nice recreation for the tourist, it gets a little bit sketchy. For instance, this one, 500,000, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's a fairly small house. The price is good. The house is renovated. But before you move into something like this, I do recommend you drive around the street, so you'll be aware. On this side of the highway, actually it's one of the best neighborhoods, and I pull a house, but this, getting 500 there, it's something that it's not usual. So that's not a detached home. You saw that that's a townhouse. And for 500, it's middle, it's not great, but that's because we are already getting into the good areas of Niagara. So it's very interesting how the town is. Here are the falls around, like in the back side, after the hotels and everything, it's getting bad. Even though it's very good for Airbnbs or all kind of tourism. On this side, it's really exclusive. It's amazing. It's actually breathtaking. You feel like you're in another place. On this side also, the neighborhoods are much safer. So just keep this in mind for Niagara Falls. There is a potential for investment. That's a biggie. And if somebody wants to look for first-time home buyers, the prices there are pretty reasonable. And now, if you never heard or never been in Niagara-on-the-Lake, it's a must-see place. It has so many visitors all year round, right across the border with US. So it gets the US traffic, it's the Toronto traffic, because all this, it's winery region. On the top of everything, has the most charming little downtown you can imagine right here. It also has the oldest golf course in Canada, and it has been the first capital of Canada as well. There's so much history. That's why I pulled this little website for you on Google. But let's go back to the map. All over here, you can drive around, bike around, walk around wineries. And in this region, it's being in a fairy tale land, especially in the downtown strip. The golf course is also outstanding. It's right on a lake, amazing. So do you think there are properties under 500,000 here? One piece of land, which is actually close to the strip. I pulled that for you. And it's in a very good location. So I'm sure they're gonna sell it eventually. And then the other side that shows properties around this price under 500. It's actually a cottage country. So you get variety of cottages there. This one is part of the resort, 129. This price is something, huh? You cannot live in this house. I mean, I guess if you want to, but it's basically a vacation home. That's all you can get for under 500,000. A little vacation home on the lake. You can see the US side there. It's actually pretty cool because you drive on these roads and you see both Niagaras. And on the US side also they have those little villages with cottage land. It's pretty cool. So this is it from the video. And I hope for your sake that you will visit this whole area because it's very picturesque and it's a reason people move here. It is quieter than Hamilton or Burlington and Oakville. They're more on the suburban side. This is much more quiet, but the scenery is amazing. In some spots, when you go around the winery, it feels like you're in Tuscany.
And this is the end of the video. I hope you liked the tour. It was pretty extensive. And I just want to give you all the options if you're a first-time home buyer or an investor and you're looking for something to start under 500,000. These are the current options, but at the end, it comes down to your lifestyle. Do you want to be in the city? Do you want to have all the amenities around the shopping, entertainment, everything that comes with the big city and the traffic, of course? Or do you want to be in a small town where it's safer? If you have kids, they're gonna roam around freely. It's friendliness, people take care of each other, lower taxes in some of the places, which is a huge deal, and other benefits. So each place has its own pros and cons, and you need to draw the line and figure out what actually works better for you. And if you need any help finding a place anywhere in this area, feel free to reach out. My information is in the description box below. You can reach me via email, phone calls, Zoom, whatever works for you. I'm there for you. And thank you so much for staying with me throughout the video. Please click like, subscribe to my channel, and just keep in mind that I tour a lot and I dig into events in our area. So if you want to move here or you're planning to, you're gonna feel right at home with all the updates that I'm putting. You have a great day and I hope to see you on the next video.